Okay, so my name is Mike Brown, aka Review King MB, and for anybody who saw my review of the pilot episode last week for Scream, the TV series on MTV, you might be wondering, why are you doing a review on episode 2? Why? You hated that first episode so much that it certainly sounded like there would be no reason for me to come back. Well, I'm watching the second episode, or I have watched the second episode, for a couple of reasons. One is, yes, I was very harsh on the first episode, and I still feel like it was rightfully so. I appreciate the people who commented, and sure, a lot of people agreed with me. And then the people who disagreed with me, I appreciate them not getting into an argument with me or not saying, oh, fuck you, you're wrong. They respectfully disagreed and told me why they liked the show. And I like that. I like us having a civil conversation or even debate about this without having to name call each other. See, I like this. And so I thought to myself, maybe I was being too harsh. Maybe I was coming in to this show with so much already hatred for it because of how much I love the first movie. I love it so much that, you know what, let's watch the second episode. Let's watch the first couple episodes and see if it's any better or if it's any worse, right? So after watching the second episode, I can say that it was better. It was better than the first episode. Sure. It was a lot better, actually. But there's still a whole lot of stuff that I have to complain about. Alright, the first scene, we see Audrey's girlfriend, Rachel, I think her name is. She's cutting herself because she has seen all of the comments on the YouTube video of her kissing the girl, and she liked it. And I know I'm very immature, but I had to. And she gets a phone call from Audrey, her not so secret girlfriend, and they're talking, and like the phone connection's a little wonky. But she sounds weird. She's talking to her weird. She's pretending like she's there, and she's like hiding. And I'll admit, this scene was a little creepy, a little bit. This might be the best sort of suspenseful, creepy, not knowing what was going to happen next type of thing. The most Scream-like that this show has felt, I think, was in this very first scene. Now, we can debate on whether or not the phone caller was really Audrey. You could say that, well, it couldn't have been because that's too obvious to reveal her right now. And even by her reaction when she found out what happened to her girlfriend, you would think, no, she doesn't know. If it's not her, because remember, that could all be trying to steer us in this direction, and it could be her. But if it's not her, then that would have to mean that the killer has a voice changer thing. And obviously, whenever the killer calls whoever they call, and like I can't tell if it's the same guy who did the voice in the Scream movies, but it sounds close enough if it's not. So obviously they have that voice changer, but you would have to say that they have a voice changer specifically for the real people in this town. And I know Scream 3 did that. Scream 3, the killer had a voice changer that matched every character's real voice. I thought it was dumb in that movie. I never gave that movie a pass. In fact, I do not like Scream 3 all that much. So if this show is taking that from Scream 3, wow, way to take like one of the lamest things that the Scream movies have done and put it on the show. So who knows? That could be what they're doing. If it is, I don't like it. But I can't deny that the scene was creepy. And I did like that the killer made it look like a suicide, that he hung her from the balcony. And I mean, I know later on the mother and the cop sort of discover that her neck was snapped, so there's no way that it was like a ceiling hanging like it looked. So sure, maybe they know, but the town thinks that she killed herself. I think it was smart for the killer to do that. So I'm trying to be positive here. Compared to last week, you gotta give me some credit. I'm trying. But the acting still fucking sucks. I'm sorry, but when you get to the high school scenes and it's all of the MTV drama and it's all about the main character, Emma, and whether or not she's going to forgive her boyfriend because we really give a fuck, and Emma's acting is atrocious. I'm sorry. She's the main character, so I'm supposed to care about her. I'm supposed to like her and care about her as much as Sydney, Nev Campbell from the Scream movies. And when they even sort of reenact the bathroom scene where she's in the stall and she overhears the two girls talking trash about her, and she's supposed to like cry, but she doesn't. Like she's just, when she has so many scenes of trying to be emotional or sad or crying, and it's just stop trying to make this actress cry, because it doesn't work. She's awful. I honestly would not care if they killed her off in the next episode. In fact, they should do that. Let's grow some balls and kill this main character off, because honestly, she sucks. I'm sorry. As far as the other character, one of the female friends, I forget her name, I don't care, Brooke, maybe that's her name. She's the one who's sleeping with the teacher. Now, I know that the first episode pretty much had all of the kids saying that, like, yeah, they know that she's sleeping with the teacher. It's obvious. But even when he's at the basketball game and she's, like, up against the wall and he's in line and, like, he's ordering popcorn, but, like, the way he's talking to her in front of everybody, I miss you. Can we talk? This and that. It's like, how does the other teachers not know what's going on? Or the principal? How is this teacher not fucking fired? When you see how many, in real life, teachers that sleep with younger students, and they always get caught. It's amazing that this guy is so out there in the open, and nobody knows. Again, another story that I don't give a shit about. I do recognize the actor, though, who plays the teacher. He was in Final Destination 4 as the main character. The worst Final Destination in the series. So there you go. We have a brand new character, Piper Shaw, who is a reporter. That's I don't know if she's investigating or she's doing like a report on the Nina murder. And I get it. I guess she's supposed to be the Gale Weathers character, but there's nothing to her yet. It's just like they just threw in this reporter character because it's like, well, the Scream movie has a reporter character, so the show has to have a reporter character, right? And there's nothing to her. She has no personality. I'm not saying she has to be mean and cutthroat like Courtney Cox was, but that's what made that character so memorable and so likable in a bitchy way that she was, that in comparison, this character just, it doesn't match up. It's a waste of time right now for her to be here. Who knows, maybe they might do something better with her, but right now, whatever. The scene when all of the kids in the hallway at school all get the video from the killer. Like, really? The killer just sent every single person's cell phone this video. Everybody! The killer has everybody's phone number. I get it. If the Scream killer, even in the movies, had a lot of people's phone numbers. But just like, sort of, you would think it's few selected people that they had already planned to murder. In this show, though, it just has everybody's number. And it's just gonna fuck with everybody. Because why not, right? Let's send everybody a video to show that this is what's going on. Like, why would you expose that? Why would you now get the cops so much on your case? Because they've seen your mask in the video. They know what you look like. They know your MO. They think it's the killer from 20 years ago. still, it was a very dumb move for this killer to make, and logically it doesn't make sense. It's not realistic. That was very hokey and dumb. I'm sorry. Let's go back to being positive though, because I don't want to talk about the basketball scene where the guy who likes Emma came up, and then her ex-boyfriend came there and kissed her in front of him to make him jealous. Like, who gives a fuck? I want to talk about the very last scene though, when Emma is in her house. I guess she's by herself, I guess. And her alarm goes off. Her kitchen door was open, wide open. That was pretty creepy. I'll give them that. And when the killer calls her, I mean, I could immediately tell by his voice that it was the killer. But I like that he called with the charade of being somebody from the home security, and I mean, now he knows her fucking password. Good fucking job, dumb character. This is our main character. And I... Look, it's weird that he's taunting her this bad. I mean, I'm sure some people are going to say that, well, the killer in Scream taunted Sydney. And I don't really feel like he did, though. I feel like he went after her. He physically went after her a lot more than this guy is going after this girl. This guy has called her in the first episode, just randomly, and he's called her again now, but he's actively just fucking with her. Where in the first movie and even the second movie, one of the first couple of scenes, he like physically went after Sydney and tried to kill her. I know, I'm comparing. I shouldn't do that. That's not fair. Again, I'll just stick with the fact that the first scene in this episode was genuinely creepy. I enjoyed the first scene. And the very last scene, although I don't understand the motive of him messing with her like this, it was still creepy. I still got more out of this episode. And look, I complained about the stuff that I complained about. I still think this show is bad. I still think that the acting is atrocious. The writing is a little wonky. But I'm going to keep watching. And you know what? Who knows? Maybe it's going to get better. Because, trust me, I would love for this show to be good. I would love for this show to get better. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Right now, first episode was a fuck you. This episode was a some old bullshit. It might slowly go up, and then by the finale, maybe it's a... I doubt it. No, that's not going to happen. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Let me know in the comments below, what did you think of this second episode of Scream, the TV series? Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Later.